Vishy, the World Championship ended in 11 games. What are your feelings about it? And if you had to pick like 3 moments you thought in the entire match which were kind of critical, what would they be?
I think where Jan didn't take the pawn, was it A3 or B4?
B4.
In game 6. Then later he played Queen E4 in game 6. And at the end is not really a missed opportunity because it's a horribly difficult position, but at the same time you understand that you have only one idea with black and that the queen has to be on the back rank. You cannot fault anyone for missing it, but that's where the game finished. And I have not included any other moments from any other games because there were none. I think that this was a match of one game, and then it was over. Once that happened, Jan didn't have the emotional stability to. I mean, in game 8, look, I've experienced it also. You're angry at your situation, your thing, and then your opponent plays a equal line and you oscillate and so on. But nonetheless, this kind of carelessness was costing him 1 point after another. It cost him game 8, it cost him game 9, it cost him game 10. And the rest of the match, there were not enough moments.
Do you feel that Jan played a little bit against his character and that affected him because it was his first World Championship match?
No, I think his strategy worked till one moment it didn't, and then it was too late. His strategy was working, and then it stopped working.
So it's very like it was a game 6.
Say he should play this, he should play that, but he has his own reasons. He knows what openings he can play, and if he makes this choice carefully, that's an approach. I think what happened was his bad strategy was working well till game 6, and in game 6 it worked well till a certain point. And if he had made it instead of Queen E4, if he had repeated King at 7 and 6, we would have it. We would be talking after. We would still be commentating. I would still be commentating. So everything seemed to turn on that, but it should not have turned only on that. I think he should have been able to do at least some minor fight back. But in fact, he is the one who crumbled, I think.
And how was your experience overall of this match? I think it was the first time you were the official commentator of a World Championship. So
I enjoyed it, but it's very difficult when you're feeling drowsy while you're commentating because you cannot yawn. And this is so sometimes I remember you get tense and most seriously, I think 5 or 6 hours in a row is much harder than I thought. It's easy to come 1 hour and then take a break, so maybe in future I should negotiate 15-minute breaks.
And what about Magnus? You know, he's tied with you for five-time World Championship. Do you think that it's a very hypothetical question, but do you think right now his reign will continue overall?
At the moment, it appears like that because he's still in fantastic shape and no one else is getting near. But we'll see. So it looked like that before, and always somebody came along who cracked that. I mean, Magnus, just like anybody else, it's a question of cracking the code of how to play. So maybe someday somebody will figure it out.
And finally, I have to ask you, there was one episode of this entire match which has turned up recently, which is about Dubov being for Team Magnus. Do you have any thoughts about that? What is your take on that?
My take is we're in a funny world where, on the one hand, we are more and more globalized, so nobody thinks anything of a team with foreign players or you switch your country, play for another country. All these things are getting common. At the same time, it's clear that this kind of decision, you may believe you're right, but some people will be angered. And more people who are quiet will be angered. They will not say anything, but they will make a note, and they don't like it. And that's just a reality, I think. It's not about right or wrong. I think if you do something, some people will disapprove publicly, some people will disapprove privately. That's it.
Thanks, Vishy, and good luck for Baku. You're going to start playing in 3 days from now. It's going to be a very strong event. Are you feeling like in the mood for playing?
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, I hope when I get there, I'm excited to play. It's a nice event. Honoring a great player whom I knew,
Gashimov.
Gashimov, and I feel good there. And I will try to get ready the next few days.
Thank you so much, Vishy, and good luck.